Hi guys, I'm Gasha. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to our coffee times. Today with another short, spoiler-free movie review. I'm here to talk to you about the brand new release, Follow Me.
It's coffee time.
So Follow Me, it's a movie that was just released and it is directed by Will Wernick. He is the creator of Escape Room from 2017 and Escape Room from 2019. So I think he kind of has a little fetish on escape rooms. Honestly, I really like the concept of horror movies and escape rooms together, so I really did enjoy both movies. They were very different. The 2017 version was a little bit more raw, a little bit more like a normal, escape room would be, and the 2019 was a little bit more kind of trying to be the new Final Destination franchise and taking it to the next level and making it like sci-fi and more technical, like the rooms were with a lot of technology and really modern. And when I heard about Follow Me, actually I don't think there's been so much promotion made about the film. I found out last weekend, basically, when I went to the Fantasy Film Fest, and because I missed the movie there, I found it's running in the cinemas right now in the Netherlands, so I drove there to watch it, and I'm just here to let you know my thoughts on the film and why you should or should not watch it. Now let's go to what the movie is really about. So this movie was marketed as a horror movie that included social media. You are following a very famous vlogger called Cole, and in his, what I'm guessing it's supposed to be his YouTube channel, even though they cannot mention the name due to rights, of course. So he is celebrating his 10 years of his channel with his fans, and on his vlogs what he has been doing is he's been traveling the world and he's been kind of showing people different experiences, taking challenges, pranks, going to like different escape rooms around the world, like always looking for something thrilling, exciting, doing like risk sports like bungee jumping, like all of this kind of stuff. And so he's looking for something extra special to celebrate those 10 years with his fans, to celebrate his channel. So he and some of his friends are planning a trip. He doesn't know where they're taking him, so his friends have this kind of secret location prepared for him, and we find out while they're on the plane that that destination is Moscow, Russia. So they're taking him to be in a escape room. Surprise! The director of Escape Room and Escape Room is making another movie about escape rooms, but it's not Escape Room 2, which is also coming. I'm guessing it's gonna be pushed to 2021, so I'm guessing this director really likes that. And this escape room is like nothing you've seen before because it is specifically made for Cole and his friends. So obviously, as you can tell from this being a horror movie, the moment that they go into the escape room and they start playing the game, they realize that they might actually be in danger. I think the cast actually did a pretty good job, and Keegan Allen, who is our main character, which in this movie I really appreciated because they have kind of these potential final guy instead of final girl, and he is someone that in the movie has to show so much range of emotions, and I thought he did such a good job. His character, it is kind of pitched to be something like Logan Paul, someone like it's an influencer that tends to come across a little bit obnoxious, but the moment the cameras were turned off, when he was doing streams live for his fans, the moment the cameras turned off in his phone, he was this super calm, down-to-earth, likable character, and that is something that this film did. Most movies about, haunted houses, where people are going in as an experience, or escape rooms, they just dump the characters in there from the very beginning, and throughout the film you maybe get a glimpse at their background. However, in this film, the director took the time at the beginning to really introduce the characters, try to make them likable for people, try for people to connect with them so that we would actually care if some danger would come to them. unfortunately didn't really work that well apart from our main male character. I think that's the only one that I really cared a little bit about. But the other one still felt a little bit more like expendable for me. But I did appreciate that he took its time to kind of introduce the characters, their personalities, the relationship between them, so that we would better understand the things that are going to happen later on in the movie. The escape room that our characters are being put into, I enjoyed it a lot because it was very dark. It was kind of like a dungeon, and the kind of puzzles that they had to solve were more kind of like logic thinking games, you know, like brain training games kind of stuff. And I really enjoy that, actually more than the 2019 version of escape room, because that was a little bit more like over the top modern technology. Like, it's a lot of fun to watch, but it doesn't feel as intimate, as raw, as kind of like uncomfortable as these escape rooms are, like dirty and dark and more kind of like to the basics. I kind of really enjoy those because it feels more real to me, and I felt like this was really important for this film. It had to feel kind of like really realistic for us to be really rooting for the characters. There's many scenes where you are a little bit uncomfortable while they're solving a puzzle because you're kind of in tension, and honestly I think this movie did a great job building up the tension in a lot of the scenes. Of course, this movie has plot holes and it's flawed. There are many things that you see coming, you know, you expect certain things, so it's a little bit predictable, but there was always something happen. You were always being entertained. It was very dynamic. So all in all, you know, I didn't care that I could see things coming, to be honest, because I was really enjoying the film. Another thing that I really liked is that there are some parts of the movie, because they are in Russia, where Russian characters are speaking, and sometimes they didn't put subtitles, and I think that was done on purpose so that we would feel exactly how our, you know, characters are feeling, because they also are not understanding what they're talking about. So that kind of puts us in the position of uncertainty and fear for the character, because we don't know what the Russians are planning, we don't know what's happening. So we're kind of in the dark, same as the characters are. They do touch the topics of, you know, social media, what it takes, if it takes over your life, you know, decisions you have to make, and the relationship with your friends and potential girlfriends if you are an influencer with a huge fan base. But I wish they would have kind of touched a lot more the kind of social media aspect to it, because I felt like they focused a lot at the beginning of the film, and then that was kind of it. Then we just forgot about it a little bit. But I have to admit that there is a couple of plot twists that are really cool, and we also see something related to media later on in the film that was really cool for me. I just don't want to, you know, spoil anything, so I'm being a little bit vague about that, but expect a couple of cool plot twists for sure. Some of them you might see coming, but again, I was enjoying the film so much that I didn't really care. So this film felt a little bit like a combo between escape room and hostel kind of thing, and like I said, I think I just enjoyed it so much and I had so much fun with the film that I can forgive this predictability that it had and the couple of plot holes that I saw. But it's just a lot of fun, honestly. So, you know, for me, I really enjoyed it, probably a little bit more than Escape Room, and this is going to be a super controversial opinion because I think a lot of people are going to enjoy more Escape Room from 2019. But for me, I'm somebody that I enjoy things when they're a little bit more raw, realistic, dark, and dungeons and things like that, more than super technology escape rooms, you know. I don't know, I just like the kind of like darker, dirtier stuff. So going to this movie with no expectations, with no high expectations or anything. If you just enjoy movies about, you know, groups of people that have to survive, that they're being put in escape rooms or these kind of situations where they have to try to get out of somewhere, and you enjoy, you know, just a little bit of gore, because to be honest, at the end of the movie, I got a little more gore than I was expecting, which is always a plus for me as well. And even if you might be predicting things, I just had a lot of fun. So for me, I would definitely recommend you to give this movie a chance. If you don't want to go to the cinema to watch it, you don't have to. I don't think it's one of those movies that you definitely have to watch in the cinema. But I really did have a lot of fun, and I will be definitely purchasing this one for the horror collection. Honestly, the movie was very dynamic. You know, you were changing scenarios all the time. You were being put into really uncomfortable positions. And it was kind of changing a little bit subgenre here and there, and that's what I really enjoyed about the film, that I was just having fun all the time and I was being entertained, which is the point of a horror movie. So I don't watch horror movies for the accuracy or, you know, I don't watch horror movies if it's something that I cannot predict at all, because most of us, once we've watched so many horror movies, there is a lot of things that we can see coming. So I think this movie is getting a lot of backlash, and I just want to say it's a lot of fun. Okay, I mentioned it many times, sorry, but it's fun. The last thing that I would like to mention though is that this movie might make people think bad about Russia because of all of the typical stereotypes and things like that. You know, it's one of those countries where always all horrible things happen. But I think, you know, that the director's kind of thinking behind all of this was, let's put our group of friends in a country where they cannot understand what's going on, when they don't know the culture, they don't know how they do business, where they have no idea what they're getting themselves into. Which honestly, if I would be taking to Russia, to Moscow, to an escape room that somebody designed that I don't know, you can expect something's gonna go wrong. Okay, like come on. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed this spoiler-free movie review. Let me know down below if you're excited about this film, if you like movies about escape rooms at all. Let's talk about it in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye!